Hello everyone, welcome to this week's lesson. Let's get started. Here is our reading list for this lesson. Before completing this unit, you should have chosen at least one article from either the for or against list and taken notes. To begin, let's explore our topic and our own experience of it. Take a moment to answer these questions in a notebook. Pause the video while you answer. Now let's watch our TED Talk for this week. Please access the video via the link in the course outline document and take notes on the video and the TED Talk note-taking pages in that document. Pause this video while you complete the task. Now, refer to your notes and answer these questions about the TED Talk in your notebook. Pause the video while you answer. Please open your textbook to this week's unit. Let's now get to know our topic a little more. Read along as you listen to this topic introduction. In recent years, advancements in technology have given us many indispensable tools for comfort and convenience. Social networking sites, SNSs, have become very popular platforms for interaction and communication. In fact, studies show that in 2019, 2.82 billion people used SNSs worldwide. When used properly, SNSs can have many positive effects. They make it easier to gather, collect, and disseminate useful information. They promote interaction with distant family members and friends, and they have also become a source of entertainment. While SNSs have many advantages, they can have a drastically negative impact on our lives too. They are often a substitute for face-to-face communication, and this can make relationships superficial and even lead to social isolation. Many now prefer to interact online, which is simpler and more convenient. While this may be one of the great benefits of SNSs, people have become more self-reliant and more antisocial. Studies show that people are now much less inclined to meet and interact in person. It is certainly true that the use of communication technology is indispensable in order to meet the demands and challenges of the rapidly changing world. However, the use of these platforms should not replace physical interaction and all that real relationships can provide. There are many purported benefits of SNSs, but remember, in the past, we did just fine without them. Now answer these questions in the textbook. Pause the video while you answer. Let's explore vocabulary related to the topic. Complete these sentences with the vocabulary on the right. Pause the video while you answer. Here are our 5 idioms for this week. Consider the context the sentence provides and guess the meaning of each idiom. Pause the video while you answer. Here is our discussion language for this week. Choose one phrase and write a sentence about the topic modeled in the example. Pause the video while you write. As we get closer to building our own argument, let's listen to example for and against arguments.
Current research indicates that people today, especially the young, feel isolated, spend less time outside, and are addicted to the use of social networks. Data on Facebook users shows that they feel less self-esteem and more isolated from their peers. Browsing through Facebook, users constantly encounter carefully curated content and subconsciously compare their daily lives to the highlight reel of other people, which creates a sense of inadequacy. There is less face-to-face interaction as conversations can be replaced by online chat. Social gathering is replaced by Facebook groups, and physical sports can be replaced by gaming apps. As people spend less time outside, they have less physical activity, which has a negative impact on health. This is especially dangerous for children since they need physical activity to develop their motor and psychological functions. This one platform for everything form is very lucrative for Facebook because of advertising revenue. This type of business model is not uncommon, and it can be understood by holistic case study analysis. Because there is an economic incentive to get users to constantly spend time on apps, Facebook developers exploit addictive behavior and exploit the user's attention to promote advertisements. Facebook's notification button is programmed to periodically turn red and notify the user, who is thus conditioned to periodically check the notification button and spend more time on the platform. Despite its potential for good, Facebook has shown its dark side by isolating and addicting people, lowering their self-esteem, and reducing time spent outside.
The rise of the internet has made distant parts of the world reachable in seconds. Social networks connect distant friends and relatives and expose people to different cultures and novelty. Instagram is one of the newest social networks to emerge that illustrates these benefits. Physical distance and lack of time are inevitable as people change both their living and work locations and garner greater responsibilities. As these factors are detrimental to maintaining intimate and high-quality relationships, many friends and relatives gradually drift apart. Social networks are closing this gap by enabling instant and content-rich communication. By following each other on Instagram, friends and relatives are included in each other's lives. Instagram makes it easier to keep in contact with acquaintances and meet new people. Every user has an option to make their profile public, allowing strangers to view their profile without a connection being established. This allows people to meet each other without pressure and exposure, making the potential first contact more secure. In real life, the spontaneous meeting and investigation of potential friends bring much more stress and less information. Finally, Instagram is used to share and promote interesting and content-rich material and to update people on news, culture, and novelty. Businesses also find Instagram useful for marketing and branding, etching themselves into the internet culture. The ease of managing both close and distant connections while keeping people in the culture loop makes Instagram and other social networks a technological phenomenon which fosters social skills and connections.
Now answer these 5 questions about the 2 texts. Pause the video here. Here is our springboard quote for this week. Take a moment to research the author. Then introduce the author and quote. Follow this with a sentence paraphrasing the meaning of the quote in your own words. Pause the video while you are writing. Here is our evidence type for this unit. Match each statement with the supporting evidence below. Pause the video while you work on the task. Now, write your own examples. Write 3 statements on our topic and support each statement with our evidence type for this week. Pause the video. Let's now gather some more information for our argument. Study the infographic and add any useful information to your notes on the last page of the unit. Remember that every box on the last page must be completed. Every statement must be accompanied by a clear reason and reliable supporting evidence. At least one of the evidence boxes must contain the type of evidence we are exploring this week. Pause the video while you structure and refine your argument. Hopefully by now, you have structured a persuasive argument. Based on the argument you have prepared, post your spoken argument. Be sure to cite the sources of your supporting evidence, including the author, title, and date. Later, listen to the spoken arguments of other students. Choose one specific point made in another student's argument and post a spoken rebuttal. In your rebuttal, argue against one or more points they made and support your argument with clear evidence. Well, that's it for this week. Your homework this week is to choose one or more articles from the reading list to begin your data gathering. Take notes on the article or articles you choose and add information to the last page of the next unit. Thank you for your hard work this week. See you all next week in the next video.